Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a great day and you're all enjoying your own plants as much as I'm enjoying mine. This morning when I came into my greenhouse, I must say I was blown away. I was greeted by a bouquet of flowers from a most unusual type of cactus. And it's something I wanted to share with you all, just this beautiful flower from a very unusual cactus. Just stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my greenhouse. My name is Joe. Coming into my greenhouse this morning, I was greeted by a most amazing bloom, a very unusual cactus that I really wanted to introduce you to. And it has been in full bloom the whole day. So the cactus I'm talking about is actually a member of the subfamily of the Opuntias. And the Opuntias, of course, are probably the largest genus within the family of Cactaceae. Now, within this group of Opuntias, the Opuntiaceae, there is a tribe of cacti called the Pterocacti. You may have probably heard of those, especially those of you who grow Opuntias and like plants from this subfamily Opuntia. Now, the cactus I'm talking about is actually not grown very frequently, I think, in a lot of collections. So within this tribe of the Pterocacti, there is a small genus called Pterocactus. Bit of a difficult pronunciation. Pterocacti actually grow in Argentina, in the southern part of South America, of course. And so the area of Patagonia is where this special cactus, the Pterocactus tuberosus, actually originally comes from. And I've been growing a plant of this Pterocactus tuberosus for some time now. The Pterocactus tuberosus that I grow, I was given as a present by a cactus grower, a lovely lady that was looking to reduce the size of her collection due, unfortunately, to her age, and she thought that there was a couple of cacti that she wanted to give away. And one of the cacti that I received from her was this Pterocactus. I must say, I had never grown one before, and it really looked very unusual. When I got it from her, it was in autumn, and it just looked very unspectacular, sort of brown, thin stems of this plant. And I had no idea about the actual flower, the wonderful bloom that this Pterocactus would actually produce. Now take a look at this. This is the Pterocactus tuberosus that I've been talking about, and it is in full bloom. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 open flowers today, and there's more buds on the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more buds coming. So it is quite a bouquet, and it's a beautiful, very unusual, sort of darkish yellow, brownish yellow type of color. I must say I was blown away this morning when I saw this. And of course I thought this is something that I just have to share with yourselves straight away. I read that the Pterocactus itself has a very large sort of a caudiciform root. So it's a tuberous root that is located below the surface of the soil. So it's a sort of subterranean part of the actual plant, and it can be the largest part of the plant. So it's a bit like a like a potato in the ground, and it grows these little shoots, these little stems, brown colored stems. And in spring, that's what I actually now experienced this year. In spring, a number of these stems actually they start to develop at their tip into buds. So there's basically no real difference between the stem and the actual bud. The buds kind of grow immediately straight out of the stem, and that's where then these wonderful flowers appear. Now, this Pterocactus tuberosus is actually a little sensitive to root rot, so it really needs to be watered very carefully, and it's best grown in a very water draining substrate, so a very mineral rich cactus soil or cactus substrate. And it really needs to be kept completely dry throughout the winter months. So during the winter months from October all the way through to March, I don't actually give this cactus even a drop of water, and it's standing very cool. And in fact, they are also slightly frost hardy. So, given the fact that they actually originally come from and grow in Patagonia in Argentina, these plants are really quite used to pretty harsh environmental conditions, including, very low dropping temperatures. And in fact, the tuberous root, of course, says a lot about the ability of the plant to be able to endure quite harsh environmental conditions. So the other interesting thing is that, the actual stems that are growing out of the tuberous root, they can actually break off quite easily. So they're little sort of, pencil thick, brownish colored stems, and like I say, they break off quite easily. That, of course, in nature, in their natural habitat, is a great way of actually propagating the plant. And as these small branches, these small parts of the stem break off in the wind and through just the harsh environment that they live in, they can also, of course, be transported some distance, and then they root relatively easily, certainly in their natural habitats. Now, because these stems are quite sensitive and break off quite easily, one has to handle the cactus a little bit with care, of course. But that, apart from that, these few sort of conditions, if you can offer those to the cactus, it really rewards you with these absolutely magnificent flowers. I grow this Pterocactus high up in my greenhouse, so quite close to the roof glazing. So it's in a very warm, sunny location, and it really seems to like that because obviously with all these blooms coming, out after this long winter, I suppose there's something that I'm doing right with the cultivation of this plant. Now, all the Opuntia fans among you will immediately also have seen that, the shape of the flower is, of course, very much reminiscent of the Opuntia flowers that you see on the sort of typical Opuntia pads, the large padded plants that we often are much more familiar with as, Opuntias. But these Pterocacti, like I said earlier, they're a part of the Opuntia subfamily, and they, that you can't necessarily see that from the actual stems of the plant, but you can certainly see that from the flowers. So a relatively short video today, but that's not a bad thing, I think. And I hope you're enjoying these blooms as much as I did. By the way, if you like this type of video, there are a lot more videos of this kind on my channel, so in case you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, this is your chance to do so. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you like, of course, then just leave a comment or just click the thumb, send me a like. And like I say, if you haven't yet subscribed and would like to, then please go ahead. I'd be delighted to have you as a new subscriber to the channel. So that's it for today. Take care wherever you are. Have a great day. And of course, happy growing.